Hey, it's John. I'm out walking patch, and today I'd like to talk about how to speak your truth. My journey in speaking my truth has involved many things, and a lot of the principles that underpin it, come on, patch, are consistent throughout that journey. And so, to start with, I feel like it's so important to express yourself, full stop. When I started writing songs each day, it was really interesting because I always felt right from the start that I just felt free to express every word that I wanted to sing. And over time, I still benefit from expressing everything that I experience in my life and be able to sing about it. Like I really love that. And a big thing for me is that it releases the energy, like in my throat chakra. So I feel like our throat chakras are the place where we can express all of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our experiences. I think I said that twice. And what it allows us to do is to release the energy. So when something happens in our life, it's hugely important to express that feeling. And so when you express it, what you're doing is you're releasing the energy from your throat chakra. And if you don't release it, then you can end up in this situation where you're like, oh, it's a tractor cutting grass. Yeah, you can end up with like a blockage. And so this can just cause problems over time. Hiya. And so what I find is when I'm doing client sessions is that it's really important to understand like what is the root cause behind why there's a blockage. And what I often do is I will give advice that helps people just work through, come on Patch, come on, work through what it is that they need to release. And yeah, there's lots of different techniques you can do. So we can start with some of the ones I do, which are, you can sing it. Choose a song or make up a song that expresses how you feel. And it's an amazing way of singing because it's more than just the words, it's the thought, the feeling, the emotion, the energy. And you can also speak to people. So you can just say it to their face. You can say, here's the whole truth. Now, sometimes people aren't always amazing at receiving the truth. And you can find yourself in a situation where you're like, if you just dump all of your truth all at once on someone, they just get a bit shell-shocked and triggered, and then they trigger you, and then you have more problems than just the thing you were trying to solve in the first place. And so often what I see people's clients' guides talking us through in a session are how to incrementally share your truth and express yourself. And so you start with things like for example, this morning I was talking, it's been a journey with my son. I meditate with him every night, and he's 13, and he's pretty open to the different levels of truth as I continue to understand them. And I started by explaining that I do meditations with clients. So I will do a couple times a week, I'll do a Zoom call and I sit and I meditate with people. And it's true. Like, that is like 100% true. It's exactly what I do. And it feels good to just say that. You know, it's not a meeting, it's not just a live stream or an interview or all the things it could have been or all the other things I do. It's very specifically a meditation and the person that I work with, I treat as my client, as my patient, if you like. And forward wind to today, so after several months of doing meditations with my son, and ours are quite different in the evenings, I felt like it's important that he understands a bit more about what exactly I do. And so this morning, without naming client names, and he's nowhere near the world and these people, my clients, or he's not connected in any way. And so I didn't name them, but I did talk through a couple of recent sessions with him, and when we went out for a run this morning, and that was really powerful because it allowed me to explain like the truth. Like I really enjoy telling people what I learn about all the different amazing aspects of the universe and creation, and our soul's roles in the different building blocks through space and time, and the different experiences I have. And yeah, I've also done things like with some friends and family members, I tell them that I do meditations, and others I talk a bit more about the energy clearing and healing, and trying to really just meet them where they're at, and probably a little bit beyond. So I usually wait until they get a little bit surprised, and then I kind of just leave it at that. So some of the other techniques that you can follow are things like speaking your truth. So if you experience something, like say it out loud. And I know some people like to, come on Patchy, some people like to journal, right? And journaling, really speaking, whispering, singing, writing down, these are all different ways to express energy. And so when you express the energy from your throat chakra, you're releasing it into the universe, but you're also making it real. You're making it, you're physically manifesting it into this reality. And it's a great way to release the energy. So if you've got something you really want to say to someone and you want to confront them, it can be really helpful to practice as well, because if you're saying it out loud, like go in a quiet room, speak your truth, or a quiet place like out in nature, speak your truth, and then you'll find that it's much easier when you get to that point where you have to confront them, because a lot of the pent up energy, the frustrated energy, has already been released, and now you're working on, really connecting with that person, and connecting in with the release of that energy. And it's a practice, it's a journey. I've also, as I get further into this practice, I realize that there's some things, I think the general principle is I'll always, in time, share all of my truth for those that hear it. And there's very few things I would ever slow down. And there's just one or two things, and just there's a couple of things that I slow down on for when someone is ready to receive it. So I know it's a journey, right? You're always kind of pushing other people's boundaries, just like yours are continually expanding as you learn. And there'll be the right time and the right place to share everything. And as long as you keep exploring different ways and pushing on those boundaries and never making excuses for others, it's a really positive journey, in my opinion. And yeah, sometimes just being respectful of others, always being respectful of others is really important. But when it comes to sharing your truth, it's really important. Sometimes I just say, I use the words like, I want to explain how that feels, or how you made me feel when I'm expressing my truth. I then step into talk more about it. So yeah, I hope these tips and tools help you on your journey. And if you have any suggestions for any walk and talk vlog videos, then please let me know in the comments. Send a mother from Scotland. Love you.